stop. Before you skip this video, you are time traveling right now. At this exact moment. This is not a metaphor. This is not clickbait. This is physics. And in the next 10 minutes, Einstein's own equations will prove it to you.
What is time?
Time is like a river. Your Albert Einstein taught us more than 100 years ago that time travel is possible.
The GPS systems, time is actually slower up there in outer space than on the Earth. Space and time is a fabric. We can bend the fabric of space-time.
But the possibility of traveling to the future is real. If gravity can affect time and light can create gravity, then light can affect time.
Let's start with something that will genuinely disturb you. Traveling into the future is already possible. Not in theory, in practice. Right now, the GPS satellite orbiting above your head is experiencing time differently than you are. Scientists have to correct its clock every single day because of this effect. If they didn't, your Google Maps would be off by miles. This is Einstein's special relativity, and here is what it actually means. Imagine a clock on a rocket moving at 99.9% the speed of light. That clock ticks slower than every clock on Earth. Time itself, not the clock, not the machine, time itself slows down. Now scale that up. You board a rocket. You travel to a distant galaxy at 99.9% the speed of light. For you, the journey feels like 10 years. You come back home, but on Earth, millions of years have passed. Every person you ever knew, gone. Every city you ever saw, dust. You just traveled millions of years into the future, and the universe did not break a single law to make it happen. But speed is not the only key. Gravity does the exact same thing, and this one is even stranger. The stronger the gravity around you, the slower your time moves. Stand on the surface of Earth. Time moves at one speed. Stand near a black hole, where gravity is so extreme that not even light can escape, and time nearly stops. A few hours near that black hole. Decades back on Earth. You watched this in Interstellar. That scene where they land on the water planet and come back to find their colleague aged by 23 years, that is not Hollywood fantasy. That is general relativity. Mathematically precise, scientifically accurate. The universe bends time, and it does it constantly, all around us. Now, here is where every time travel dream crashes into a wall. The past. Can we go back? Can you go back to 1969 and watch the moon landing live? Can you go back and fix your biggest mistake? Can you see the dinosaurs? Almost every physicist on the planet agrees. No. And not because we lack the technology, because the universe itself seems to forbid it. The reason is one simple rule that governs everything in existence. Cause comes before effect. Always, without exception. The fire burns before you feel the heat. The gun fires before the bullet moves. This is causality, the backbone of reality. Break causality and you do not just travel in time, you shatter the logic of the entire universe. Which brings us to the puzzle that has broken the minds of physicists for decades, the grandfather paradox. You build a time machine. You go back in time. By accident, or on purpose, you prevent your grandparents from ever meeting. They never marry. Your parent is never born. You are never born. Which means you never build the time machine. Which means you never go back. Which means your grandparents do meet. Which means you are born. Which means you do go back. It loops forever. It does not just break your brain, it breaks the universe. But some physicists have a way out. The multiverse, the many worlds theory. Maybe when you go back and change something, you do not change your own past. You create a brand new timeline. A parallel universe splits off, one where that change exists. Your original universe continues untouched. You did not erase your past, you just wrote someone else's future. So, is there any loophole? Any crack in the universe we could slip through? Maybe. And Einstein, again, is the one who found it. Wormholes. Take a piece of paper. Draw two dots far apart. Now, fold the paper so the dots touch. Punch a pencil through both. That tunnel, that shortcut through the paper, that is a wormhole. Einstein's own equations allow them. They do not violate any law of physics. They are mathematically real. But here is the problem. We have never found one. And even if we did, it would collapse in a fraction of a second, faster than you could blink. To hold one open long enough for a human to pass through, you would need something called exotic matter, a substance with negative energy, something we have never found, something that may not exist anywhere in the universe, a door that the universe keeps slamming shut. So here is the final verdict, and I want you to remember this. Future time travel? Real, proven, happening right now around you. We just need faster rockets. Past time travel? The universe itself seems to be fighting against it. Causality, paradoxes, collapsing wormholes. Every door leads to a wall. But here is what keeps physicists up at night. 100 years ago, flight was impossible. 60 years ago, the moon was unreachable. Every generation has a list of impossibles that the next generation crosses off. Quantum gravity, the theory we do not fully have yet, may rewrite everything we think we know about time. So I'll leave you with one question. If you had a working time machine, would you go to the future or risk everything to go back to the past? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely want to know. If this video made you think, subscribe, because this is just the beginning. Every week, we go deeper into the mysteries that science is still trying to solve. I will see you in the future.